The only thing I have to say about schools having problems economically and not enough students, etc., etc. I'm going to tell you what, my whole life, I've never had help from the government, ever. And so this is called karma, payback, baby. And that's the way life is. When you hurt a person, place, or thing, you then create karma for yourself. And it will come back on you not 3, but 10-fold. So be prepared for whatever you think and your actions as to what you are creating. And greetings and welcome to One Sparkle Love Church. Thank you for being a part of my congregation. Each day, we have a choice. The choice to do what we want and need. We choose our path from life path to soul path. We choose our thoughts, our actions. We choose what was, what is, and what will be the existence of self. Yourself. Self in the mathematical equation is technically 0. Self in action is technically number 1. Everything is a mathematical equation, and the equation keeps going into infinity by choice. Now, as we all know, when we are aware and pay attention, the truth is right in front of your face. But how often do you actually pay attention? You have a puzzle. How do you put this puzzle together? You have a choice of which piece to pick up. You have a choice to work the inside first. You have a choice to work the outside first. You have a choice. This is all thought. When you have a thought, it is an action. And you have a choice in a thought. Now, back in the day, in yesteryear, called the 1940s, is when they began to start documenting the awareness of different generations within the hemisphere of the human species. You have the indigo children, which are the star blazers, and then you got the keep on going, blue star, star seed, crystal children, rainbow children, and the list goes on and on and on. They started documenting in the 1940s, and of course they were around many thousands of years before that, but it was not documented. Everything is by verbatim. Just like the elders pass down knowledge to the next generation verbatim, not written. So at the same time all this awareness was coming into the human species was when more and more awareness of alien life form. Now, aliens have been on Earth way before human existence existed. Because as we all know, they're actually our future self in another time dimension. So, with everything that is obvious right in front of your face, you would know exactly if all these awareness children that now have ADA, ADHD, etc., 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 because science cannot explain their awareness, so they call it a disability. Because the children have come here to make aware of the generations that have already existed on Earth and are existing right now. This is not something new. It's not rocket science. It's logic. History always repeats itself, and that is called mythology is human history. It's not rocket science. It's in front of your face. You're just too afraid what you don't understand. You then disbelieve its existence. Guess what? What you can't see can hurt you more than what you can see, which equates to bacteria and viruses. You create your own bacteria. It sits for too long, and it becomes a virus that you created. Yes, you are creating by choice. And the government hides all this information because you are not prepared to be aware in that depths of awareness. I myself have been doing this for many lifetimes because this is what I chose to do in each lifetime. With the human five senses, or the human five senses in every dimension, in every galaxy, it's not rocket science, it's logic. Now, with the mathematical equations that I created, I do have charts and whatnot. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. When you don't have the blinders on and you can learn to transcend the transparencies of cosmic consciousness. Easy peasy piece of cake. Now, I have actually only once in my life made a choice to actually be much more aware than what I am. And when I saw exactly what's truly going on, first time in my life, I got scared. Most people get scared about things. I get mad. How dare that thing invade my space and waste my space? Not in this lifetime. I get mad. And so then that is how we conquer our fear. Now, after that one episode, I finally understood why the government won't open up and give us the information that is so obvious right in front of our faces. But humans are too afraid that when it comes, they think that everything under the sun is going to eat us away. It's like it's a big bad wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? It's really not. And if the aliens really wanted to kill us, they would have already. Otherwise, you are living in a dream state of psychosomatic brainwashing yourself. The aliens come to Earth and they're going to do this and that to us, and they're going to beam us up, and we're just going to have deformities and this and that. Like, dude, if it was going to happen, it would have. Okay? So stop being afraid of things that are right in front of your face. And as we all know, many humans are actually hybrids. All right? And this hybrid of human species was actually here before the Sumerians. That's just pretty much what human species has found in documentation through the Sumerians, what level the human species is on. And so when we understand the secret schools, before Mount Olympus, before the Sumerians, that is truth. And that truth is awareness that's right in front of your face. The aliens are not coming here to kill us. And just because they say that the aliens came and mutilated cows and this and that, really? Are you sure? Did you see it with your own eyes? Or are you just believing what people tell you? As the story goes, when you're a child, a parent will say, if everyone jumped off of a bridge, would you? Do you understand? Why are they instilling so much fear in you? Why? Subliminal brainwashing so they can control you. So if the aliens were actually going to hurt you, they would have already. The mutilations that go on are not aliens. It is government and religion. But you are so blinded of what they want you to believe that you truly don't believe the truth. I see it each and every day. After 3 different cancers, God keeps sending me back because I have a job to do to inspire the world. Inspire with truth. And I told my mother years ago, when you know too much, you will then disappear. If you know too much, the government will take you away. So I never give away all the information. Just little tidbits here and there, which then opens your taste buds, wanting to know more. I will never divulge the whole answer, because how can I do what I do if the government takes me away and I disappear? I cannot do my job that God keeps sending me back to do, to inspire the world through awareness. That's how it works. So I'm watching a movie called Monsters in California. And everything they talk about in there is exactly verbatim that has come out of my mouth in years. But yet they don't give the details. No, because they do not know the details. Because they're only regurgitating what I say. And it happens quite frequently. It's popping up in, I don't know, people's, in movies, in podcasts, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Things that I say. It's so tripping. Like, why y'all don't get out of my life and go get in your own life? If I can come up with this stuff, and I can create, for instance, stop regurgitating what I say. It's not rocket science, it's logic. That stuff is popping up everywhere. Dude, I created that. Why are you following me? Can't you go and create your own life? So, being that spiritual journey, Mercury is retrograde and Neptune is retrograde. Neptune is a chaotic planet, so it will bring chaos in your life. So if you turn a negative into a positive, then it will not create the chaos in your life. So you have to understand there's certain times of the year, certain times of the day, certain times of the seasons You make choices. You must choose wisely, because it will affect you through the ripple effects of the time sequence on the timeline. And then you wonder why life has been changing so much and in a whole different direction than you thought it was going to. Simply because you are aware, you just choose not to pay attention. So I will never give the full scope. That is not my job. My job is not to tell you how to live your life. My job is just to bring awareness so that you can prepare to create who you are. Who are you creating? What are you creating? This is the things that you must think about that's much more important than any social media, any man-made concept, man-made products like the news. So social media is the younger generation of the older generation of news. It's the same format, just in a different context. Same exact thing. So start choosing. What are you creating? And watch and see how your life changes when you start paying attention to what you're creating. And it's funny how karma, I am the boomerang. So people try to give me subliminal brainwashing and it bounces off of my protection bubble back at them. And then they start calling me names, which is what they're doing is actually bounces off and becomes a reflection of themselves. And then I get to giggling because they get a dose of their own medicine. If you can't take it, don't dish it out, because karma will become your friend, baby. So yeah, this movie is like, are you kidding me? These people, get a life and get out of mine. So I have theories on this concept, and that's what you do as a scientist, is you have to put the particle pieces together to create the concepts and theories, to document your work, and that's what I do each and every day. And eventually I will give the full blueprint schematics, which is the fundamental mechanics in transcending the transparencies of cosmic consciousness. In time. But the world is not ready yet. And in time, the world will be ready. When it's on its last breath. Because Earth is a star. Everything has a time limit through expansion and contraction. And each time that the Earth totally flips 360 degrees, creates expansion and contraction. North Pole used to be South Pole, South Pole used to be North Pole. The meridian of Earth equates to the meridian in the human body. I mean, it's all just, it's logic. It's not rocket science. But yet the governments around the world want to instill fear in you so they can control you, so they will not give you the actual answers for which you seek. I already know these because I created them in many lifetimes. But I will not tell another person because that's not my job. It's their job to figure out through their choices. And the choices they're creating, if they're not careful, they will be the demise of their own species by creating their own bacteria and their own viruses. That's how it works. Just a little food for thought. Why does the snake eat its own tail? Do a little research. See what you can uncover. Don't just take one answer. Get a second, a third, a fourth, a 10th opinion. Find different places that you find your answers, not just one. And in time, all the particles begin to put together like a puzzle, till eventually, years down the road, you'll be like, Eureka. This is why things are the way they are. If you're open to awareness. And life is love, love is life. Blessings from Reverend Ms. Lewis, and thank you for your support.